Hello and welcome to the CNBC-TV18 YouTube Live. I'm Prashant Nair and welcome to all of you. It's been so far quite a remarkable day in the sense that, the market is no longer at the day's lowest point. It's significantly off the day's low with just about a 90-odd point cut. I'm using the word just because we were down a lot more. This translates to about 0.5, 0.6% cut from the last close. If you just looked at what, US, for example, closed with, the kind of cuts it closed with, you would have expected that it would be a pretty deep red day. That's not the case really at this point. The S&P was down over 3%, the NASDAQ was down over 4%, and here you've got a 0.5, 0.6 odd percent cut. We are still, of course, mid-session. There is still, 3.5 hours to go, and we'll see how things progress. I'm just going to give you a quick flavor of where this is coming from, where the bounce is coming from. So what I basically did is just taken a quick look at the big recovery stocks from the day's lowest point, right? And this is an interesting list. So the recovery is coming from financials. IndusInd Bank is up almost about 5.5% from the day's low. It's on the back of results. Numbers from IndusInd for the quarter basically were pretty okay across all parameters. So that is IndusInd. Coal India is jumping, so a bit of commodities as well. Coal India is up 4% from the day's low. HDFC Limited is the other one, which is about 3.5% from the day's low. HDFC Bank is the other one. These are heavyweights which have taken the market lower. They're coming up. So that one is about 2.5% off the day's low. And there is NTPC, Adani Ports and JSW Steel, all about 2% off the day's lowest point. So this is, the part of the market which is doing very well in terms of recovering from where it was early on when the market opened sharply lower. Let me just quickly also tell you where is there maximum pressure still? Number one, of course, is IT. So we had numbers from Wipro, for example, on Friday. There were a miss and the street is repricing expectations lower. Stock is down. But generally also, some of these bounces in IT are not lasting. Nifty Consumer is another pack which is under pressure. There is the auto pack. Autos for the last, 3 weeks or so have done quite well. Relatively speaking, that's a sector which has come back into strong rotation momentum. That is seeing some profit taking. And we've got the entire small caps part of the market which is seeing a little bit of pressure as well. So that's the part of the market which is seeing some pressure. Just a quick bit on, where there is very strong results reaction. And there are a few names I want to highlight. Look at something like a Tata Chemicals, right? 10% gains. Numbers are extremely strong, something we've highlighted on the channel since the morning. There is Gokuldas Exports. A particular mention for this because I think the conference call just ended half an hour back. 13% higher on Gokuldas Exports. Numbers are very, very strong and has done so well over the last so many sessions. There is IndusInd, which I already mentioned, results reaction. GHCL is up about 7.5%, 8% higher. That's a pure soda ash business which is doing well. There is Rupa and Company, the Innovay company, that is up about 8%. Just highlighting, some of the big movers with the maximum volumes on the upside. Amber is up 7% right now. And that's an interesting thing because if you look at the other contract electronic manufacturer, Dixon Technologies, that is down sharply on the back of the enforcement directorate, the government essentially sort of seizing deposits of Xiaomi, which is a big client of Dixon. I don't know if Amber being a competitor. Dixon, of course, is the much wider portfolio, but Amber is being bid up pretty strongly right now by about 8% or so, while Dixon is the one which is lower. Tomorrow is a trading holiday, mind you, and we come back on Wednesday. Global markets, of course, will be front and center because how we left off on Friday and what markets in the US do. But the big event, there are two things. One is, of course, the LIC IPO. The anchor book opened today and we are hearing that, there is a pretty healthy subscription from funds and investors, etc. If you look at the grey market premium on the LIC issue, I remember a week back it was 25-30 rupees. It's moved up to about 85-90 rupees now. So there seems to be fairly decent demand after valuations and price, etc. on that one was cut. The second big event and the bigger one for global markets, of course, is the Fed meeting. The Fed meeting decision is going to come out Wednesday night, and then we'll react to it on Thursday morning here in India and Asia, and that's the real big one. 50 basis point hike in Fed funds rate is a given, but there are many out there who are questioning the credibility of Fed's inflation fighting credentials. I mean, is it really behind the curve, etc.? So can we really rule out something bigger than 50 basis point? I think that's the unknown devil out there. But that is Wednesday night, which we react to on Thursday. But I would say, I mean, just to wrap things up, it's a pretty remarkable kind of rebound we've seen from the day's low, given how the handover that we got on Friday from Wall Street. I mean, that's it from me on this YouTube Live, and see you soon again with more of this.